And it's going to be a heightened atmosphere for the main event of the evening between Fabricio Werdum and Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight championship in the UFC. Sean, you've got Stipe Miocic in this fight. Explain to me why that is before I get into more detail here.
Hey, Rocky IV.
Rocky IV.
Rocky IV. He goes to Russia. What happens? He wins him over, right?
Yes.
He's going to go into Brazil. He's going to win over this crowd, and then he's going to walk out the UFC heavyweight title with a flurry of punches in the third round.
See, the last time we heard the words Rocky IV uttered revolving around a UFC fight was Ronda Rousey against Bethe Correia, UFC 190. Problem is, Bethe Correia, as much as she is from Brazil, is Brazilian, she doesn't really have the charisma, I'd say, as somebody like, I don't know, Fabricio Werdum, who seems beloved in that country. He does the Werdum face. Everyone they have the printouts of his face that they're giving out to people going to the fight. This is the ultimate going into the lion's den that Miocic will have to handle, because Fabricio Werdum is the people's champion, and I just think that environment is another obstacle in the way of Miocic, and I think there's too much for him to overcome here.
Yeah, but see, I think that's going to play with Werdum. I think he's going to come in over zealous, and he's going to slip up and catch the punch. Third round, Brazil.
Wow. What is Miocic's game plan? If you want to go, let's go down this rabbit hole for a bit, because I have a way in the breakdown that I wrote how Stipe Miocic can win this fight. It's not like a done and dusted, this is going to happen sort of thing. I think this is going to be the toughest test of Werdum's career. How does Miocic go ahead and win this fight?
Well, I mean, he's got to punch, man. That's what you got to do. You got to punch. You better be in that gym. Well, actually, not be in the gym now. You should have been in the gym for your whole training camp, working on making sure this fight stays up and make sure you're landing those punches. You got to get stoppage in this fight. I mean, that's what I think what's going to happen. I really think Werdum, this crowd's going to start to chant going, and he's going to get into that, Anderson Silva-like thing where he's just like playing with his opponent, and he's going to get caught, and it's going to get dropped, and you're going to hear new UFC heavyweight champion.
It's about time that Cleveland will get a title, man.
Well, somebody's got to do it, right? I mean, it ain't going to be a team, Cleveland.
Somebody's going to do it eventually. I mean, I think the Cavs can win the NBA title, but I mean,
yeah, when
so that can happen. I know it's a little sour for a Miami resident like yourself with LeBron, but I digress here.
No, see, I'm not one of those fans like that. It's like, look, we paid him to do a job. He did the job. Miocic is getting paid to do a job. He's going to do the job in Brazil.
He's not gonna job in Brazil.
He's not jobbing, but he's gonna get the job done.
This is the way Miocic wins this fight. You take the crowd out of it early. Body shots. You gotta wear Werdum down here, because Werdum is so good. So as an all-around perspective, you mentioned Rocky IV. I think this is a Rocky I situation, my friend. I think he's got to layer the body shots heavy.
Yeah, but
repeatedly. Miocic owns the record for the most strikes.
Yeah, but in Rocky I, he doesn't win the belt.
That's what
It's a draw.
I'm just saying here. This is the way you do it. You got to pepper him with body shots. You have to wear down a supreme athlete in Werdum who doesn't get tired, who gassed out Cain Velasquez while fighting at altitude. Werdum can do so many different things, so you have to take away his ability to do that. You have to be able to layer body shots. You have to get him wounded. You have to take him down to an ability where you can get that knockout.
But I don't think you can get inside like that on Werdum, though, to hit body shots like that, to pepper him with body shots. You're going to get caught.
That's the thing he has to avoid here. That's why I have Werdum winning here in 4th round submission, because I think even then we've seen it with Werdum before, where like he'll go down and somebody will chase, and then he'll just wrap him up and then lock in a guillotine and it's over. So even if he does get him enough, and even if he does hit him to the ground a couple times, Miocic's got to be so careful to not just get caught with Werdum playing possum and then strike. And this is why there's so many different avenues here for Werdum to win, and I just see one from Miocic's side, and that combined with the crowd, it's going to get to somebody. I don't know if it's going to get to Werdum like you're saying. I don't know if it's going to get to Miocic like I think is going to happen. But this environment is going to have a major impact on somebody in this fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. I'm really excited for it. The winner likely will face off against Alistair Overeem, who looked so good.
Oh, the big toe kick.
So good with that flying crane kick against Arlovsky. And I don't want to brag or anything, but I think I did say that Overeem would win in the 2nd round via knockout.
Yeah, I think I said I didn't care. I just wanted to be quick, and it was quick, so it's good.
Yes, so you were happy about it. But so this is the kind of if Werdum wins, we get a trilogy against Overeem.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I know you.
I'm
love,
sorry. It's just to me the heavyweight division has just I don't know, man. It's look in a way I kind of hope Werdum wins because it'll put some more stability into this heavyweight division.
I mean, I've mentioned before, it's never been the title has never been defended 3 straight times.
It's just crazy, man. And then if you get Miocic and Overeem, I don't know how that's going to end. You know what I'm saying? It's just so weird right now, the heavyweight division.
It's so interesting to me, this fight, especially because of what Werdum can do. Like, he's got a real shot at becoming the best heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, but wasn't this being said about Cain Velasquez and Dos Santos? I mean, it seems like every time somebody in the heavyweight division gets the belt, there's that possibility, and then they get beat, and then it's like, oh, this guy's the next heavyweight that can do it, and then he gets beat, and then it's like they just keep rolling the title over that moniker over to whoever has the belt.
I think that the difference is with Werdum is the fact that, I mean, Velasquez never put together enough consecutive staying healthy, number one, and just staying on track and winning. Werdum is undefeated since he came back to the UFC in 2012. He's beaten Fedor, which not many people can say. As much as Fedor has become the butt of many jokes now, he made him tap out. So that's a big freaking deal. Werdum has beaten pretty much everybody in this heavyweight division. And when I look at a guy like this, and he's not the biggest guy in the world, and he's not pushing 265. He's listed on the UFC website as 231, and he's knocked out Mark Hunt. He's beaten Travis Brown. He's beaten Minotauro Nogueira. He split with Overeem. He lost to JDS, but he's beaten Bigfoot Silva in his prime. He's beaten Gabriel Gonzaga when he was big. Like, he's beaten so many people. And his 6-0 run in the UFC right now, he's looked absolutely great. And he's at the peak of his performance right now. For a 38-year-old, it's an absolute masterclass in longevity, especially to see Werdum doing what he is now. And I think he can go out there and put down a performance that could close the door on this argument. If he goes out and takes care of Miocic, this is his first shot. And I think we'll see Miocic here again, whether as champion or not. Especially after that vicious knockout of Arlovsky. I just feel like it's just too big of a stage right now for Miocic to pull it off. And I think Werdum has got so much with him. He can submit people. He's great in the clinch. He can throw if he wants. He can take people down. He loves the ground. He'll lay on the ground and try to bait somebody in. Yep. And we talk about all these skills, but when it comes to the fight game, it's so mental. And Werdum has captured that ability that fight intelligence to do all these things and combine it into this perfect storm of a skill set. And I think Werdum comes out on top. I really think that's it.
I will agree to disagree with you on that.